Imagine, a little girl named Eve Macarro grows up in chaos. Her father, Javier of the Ruska Roma organization, tries to rescue her from the cult, but a brutal attack occurs. Eve's mother is murdered, and her father is seriously injured while helping her escape. After this tragic event, Winston Scott, the manager of the Continental Hotel in New York, takes Eve under his wing and hands her over to Ruska Roma. For 12 years, Eve trains not only as a ballerina, her dancing serves as a cover, but also as a skilled assassin. She learns martial arts, weapons, and self-defense, all for one goal: revenge for her father's death. During her training, Eve has a brief encounter with John Wick. She sees him come to the director of Ruska Roma for help, much like in John Wick. Chapter 3, Parabellum. John briefly offers Eve advice on how to break out of this cycle of violence, but Eve chooses her own path. After completing her training with Kikimora status, an elite member, Eve sets out on her mission. She begins to track down clues about the cult that killed her father, including confronting old members of Ruska Roma who are considered to have betrayed the order. The conflict escalates when the brother and descendant of the cult leader, known as the Chancellor, become directly involved. Eve learns that the Chancellor is not only an enemy, but also a blood relative. Families are torn apart, loyalties are tested. In an action-packed climax, Eve faces a highly trained force in Hallstatt, a mountain town that serves as the cult's headquarters. She uses every tool at her disposal, sword, fire, improvisation, to fight against a much greater force. There are critical moments when she almost gives up, but her resolve is stronger. In the final act, John Wick returns, not as an opponent, but as a compelling choice. He is tasked with eliminating Eve to quell the chaos. But John Wick chooses not to kill her, instead aiding her in one final fight against the Chancellor. Eve successfully shoots the Chancellor, avenging her father's death and saving the man she protects. The film concludes with Eve returning to New York, checking in with the Continental. Despite his revenge, the threat still looms. A bounty has been placed on him, $5 million, and his enemies are still on the loose. Eve smiles. For her, this is just the beginning. John Wick's world isn't over. It's just a change of character. And this is it. Ballerina, Cappuccina,